As of chapter 67 in Made in Abyss, souls have stepped up in importance, adding another layer of mystery to the Abyss. But what really is the deal with souls in Made in Abyss? Are they a natural phenomenon, or is there something more sinister at play? Hey Delvers, welcome back to the bakery. Today, we're diving deep into the nature of souls in Made in Abyss. Zoilo suggests that what we call souls are unique to the Abyss and the town of Orth. They don't exist anywhere else. But what exactly does this mean? What does it say about life outside of the Abyss? Let's peel back the layers and explore everything we know so far about these mysterious souls. Souls seem to be closely tied to the force field, which seeps out of the Abyss and extends to Orth. This connection explains why the curse of the Abyss influences living creatures so profoundly. Events like Kiyui's recovery from the birthday death disease occur when somebody is taken outside of the force field's reach. The birthday death disease seems to affect the soul rather than the body, as medics couldn't detect anything wrong with those who are affected. This suggests that whatever a soul is, it must be something that exists beyond a physical perception. Zoilo states that the soul doesn't exist outside of the island, which raises the question, what gives the Abyss this unique connection to souls? Is it the presence of the force field itself? Or is there something deeper at work? Could it be that the Abyss acts as a cradle for souls, allowing them to manifest where they otherwise wouldn't? In chapter 67, souls are described as signals of unknown origin. These signals are responsible for life identification, where each soul overlaps with a living being, creating a unique life insignia that distinguishes one individual from another. This is why life reverberating stones work for their intended users and them alone. They are attuned to a specific frequency of the owner's soul. Souls also retain a vast amount of information about their hosts, from relationships to subconscious desires. This explains why Prushka in Riko's White Whistle is still able to connect and guide her. Even after death, a soul's essence lingers, making it possible to communicate or act upon the living in certain ways. However, Zoilo suggests that the soul's primary function may serve an even darker purpose. Yeah, if you can believe that. A pre-processing for the mysterious 2000-year extinction event known as the Breath. Souls influence life in the Abyss in unexpected ways. The force field's connection to souls could be why predators in the Abyss are able to read the movement of their prey. This might explain why certain creatures seem unnaturally good at tracking and ambushing their targets. They're not just seeing their movements, they're reading the soul's presence itself. I think what we call souls are actually the part of the human body that gets affected by the curse of the Abyss. I suspect that those who don't get hit with the curse, Reg and Fapta mainly, may actually be soulless or have some other reason to avoid the effects. When somebody ascends from the 6th layer or lower, their soul literally just can't handle the pressure of the curse. According to the Abyssal faith, when a person dies in the Abyss, their soul returns to Netherworld's bottom, changes form, and departs on a journey to somebody who has wished for life. This belief is reflected in Orth's funeral practices, where ashes, petals of eternal fortunes, and funeral slips are spread into the Abyss to aid the soul's journey. However, Zoilo theorizes that the discontinuation of a soul after death may mean true reincarnation is impossible, as the soul dissolves back into signals. If souls merely retain to the Abyss and are redistributed, then what does that say about one's person? Souls might just be drops in the ocean of the Abyss, and when a new soul is taken out, it's merely a cup of random soul. This could explain why Midi appears merged in Riko's vision. She is half returned to the Abyss and half attached to Midi's Narahete form. It also raises the possibility that what we think as souls may not truly unique, but simply recycled fragments of past lives. While souls are tied to the Abyss, their influence seems to be extended beyond its borders. The Star Compass, a relic that found its way to Vueko through multiple people far from the Abyss, left Wazukan with an instinctive recognition of its name and a deep sense of homesickness. Despite turbulent seas and an unreadable navigation, the Star Compass was able to guide Voiko and Wazokan's ship safely to the Abyss, while other ships were just completely lost, hinting at an unseen force tied to the soul's influence. Does the Abyss exert a pull on all of those who are connected through their souls? If so, could it be that the souls themselves long to return to their origin, much like how water seeks the lowest point? Perhaps souls are not only drawn to the Abyss, but are actively seeking their way back to whatever unknown force created them in the first place. And this brings us to the next section, Souls and the Curse Warding Box. The Curse Warding Box offers another insight into the nature of souls. It imbues a nearby soul into its contents, but the reanimated entity is not truly alive, as it lacks a proper life insignia. This is why the reanimated creatures inevitably seek to descend the Abyss. The soul's ultimate goal is to return to its source. This might suggest that the soul cannot truly be separated from the Abyss, and any attempt to bring them back unnaturally results in a longing to reunite with their origin. This would have been an interesting connection for Riko, as her soul would no longer be her own, but rather just a cup of soul juice out of the Abyss. That's really something to think about. Savajo's comments in chapter 67 open the door to many theories. Could souls be like parasitic entities that are given by the Abyss for tracking? The Song of Hiroyami also notes that the Abyss seems to turn a blind eye to flawed individuals. Could this be because the Abyss has no use for tarnished souls? Or perhaps these individuals lack a soul altogether? Another chilling theory suggests that the Abyss is designed to lure and trap souls, with the curse serving as a barrier to prevent their escape. If this is true, then perhaps the Abyss itself is not just a physical location, but a living entity with its own incomprehensible desires. What do you think? Are souls a gift or a curse? Let us know your theories in the comments down below, and I will see you next time.